Hello and welcome back to the Student Pages podcast. I'm your host, as ever, Grace Sanders, and we are very excited to bring you another special series on DJing, sponsored by AlphaTheta, market leader in the design and production of innovative DJ equipment and software, and PioneerDJ's sister brand. And today, all the way from AlphaTheta, we brought a rep, our lovely marketing executive, Isabel. Hello, Isabel. How are you doing today?
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I see that you are cowering from the sun as well. Are you based in London?
Currently in Brighton.
Well, I don't know what it's like out on the seafront, but we have been sweltering the entire week over here. I can see I've just like tried to spend as much time inside, and I've gone outside for maybe 30 minutes and got awful tan lines. I've covered them up today, like all down my shoulders. I'm just trying to keep like spraying myself with water to keep myself cool.
Pretty much the same.
I'm not built for it at all. Sorry, I always start with absolutely terrible chat about the weather. I keep mentioning this every single podcast because that's like if the weather was just fine in England, I would have absolutely nothing to talk about.
That's very true. But yeah, no worries.
We're here to talk about DJing and AlphaTheta and Pioneer DJ today, so I'll move on from that. And I just want to hand it over to you for a little bit to ask you about your job as a marketing executive over at AlphaTheta.
Sure. So I am a marketing executive at AlphaTheta PioneerDJ, and I'm part of the communications team. So I take care of the consumer PR and influencer marketing in EMEA. Our consumer range of products are all of these products. So you have a bit of an understanding because consumer range is like, what is it? It's everything that you don't find in a club setting. So all the equipment that beginner DJs, hobby DJs use at home, really. So essentially, my role is when we launch a product, I write the press releases, distribute them, and later on, I support with the promotion, either creating campaigns with either traditional media or content creators.
Brilliant. See, I've like always thought with the Alpha Theatre transition Pioneer DJ, can you tell us a little bit more about how that jigsaw fits together?
Sure, AlphaTheta is actually the parent company of Pioneer DJ. So when you hear about Pioneer DJ gear, innovations, any type of campaign, that's all under the AlphaTheta umbrella. And Pioneer DJ has been our product-facing brand, recognized globally for over 30 years. But in January 2023, we launched the AlphaTheta brand. And now you can also find a wide product range under this brand name.
We've spoken to a rep from Alpha Theatre before, and obviously this entire series on DJs. I like to think I know a little bit about DJ now. I'm not taken to the decks anytime soon. But I hear that you've just launched a campaign called Equalbeats. Can you tell me more about Equalbeats?
Sure. So to give you a bit of background, I'm not a DJ as well. But yes, Equalbeats is our initiative that we created to amplify, support, and connect women and non-binary voices within our industry and the DJ space a bit better. It's more than just a marketing campaign. It's a purpose for us, and I would say it's a passion project for me. The objective is to make real change and impactful throughout events, education, storytelling. We are really working to rebalance decks and make the DJ booth a bit more accessible and inclusive because it's definitely not gender balanced at all. So yes, this is our initiative that we launched earlier this year to make better change, a better future for female talent.
Absolutely. I think that's such a great initiative as well. Because I mean, even in music, and then you transition more into like the nightlife DJ that's even more male dominated because it's just almost associated with like underground raves, etc., where you wear less, there's like less visibility about what's going on. It's harder for females to break into that space. And obviously now we do have people paving the way. I won't say, well, she might not. She not know that she knows who I am, but Charlie XCX might crucify me for this. She's more of a singer than a DJ, even though now she's doing like all of her boiler room sets off the back of Brat. We have got people like Horse Girl, Peggy Goo, who are paving the way a little bit more. But can you tell us about Equalbeats and the pillars that it has and what's so central towards the movement?
So we have three key pillars: activations, education, community, and those are fundamental because they speak directly to the different layers of support that we need to make this meaningful change that I was mentioning before. I would say the activation pillar is the one that gives visibility. This is how we show up in the real world and champion this talent through different campaigns, amplifying female voices through editorial pieces or influencer content storytelling that we've been doing. Then the second pillar, the education, I would call it, it's our tool set. So the knowledge, like as I mentioned, our brand has been in the industry for more than 30 years. And obviously we love being able to share our expertise and any experience that we can with through either workshops, our Start from Scratch workshops, which is an in-house program that we have for underrepresented communities in the industry, or any other educational activities, especially with those that are willing to start in the industry. And finally, the third pillar is community. It might sound cheesy, but I like to call this pillar the heartbeat of Equalbeats. I think without it, none of the change could be happening. It's not sustainable. Only a big community with shared goals can create really long-lasting and impactful change. So yeah, we are really believing in AlphaTheta that creating these inclusive spaces in the music are needed. It's for us, it's not ticking boxes. It's really a responsibility.
That's so important as well when you have things like I won't point to a specific country, but some countries that are lowering the importance of like DEI initiatives as well as like almost this rollback of what inclusion means for different people. I'm keen to hear a little bit more about the education piece and how people, maybe even students listening to the Student Pages podcast, can get involved in your workshops as well.
Sure. So we've got the Start from Scratch program is something that's been running for the past 3 years. Equalbeats was just launched in February, but both programs share the same goals and purpose. So we kind of united both initiatives internally, right? That's why I mentioned those. Yes, and we've got 3 amazing partners this year, Future Female Sounds, Homecoming, and Boudica, that are helping to make these workshops a reality. For students listening that would like to start DJing or maybe don't have the means to pay for a DJ school, they can find those programs advertised in our website or through the websites of these partners that I just mentioned, and they can sign in if they are close by, or they can travel and attend one of those in person and yeah, have like an amazing entry-level experience workshop.
That's so great to create that in person as well as online community too. Can you tell us a little bit more about the background of where Equalbeats came from following all of the Start from Scratch initiatives, as well as what it is so hard about specifically female DJs breaking through within the industry?
Yes, of course. So in the past 3 years, we've been doing a very extensive research to find out what is holding females back. I would say it is when we started identifying gender in our accounts, and we saw the massive gap. So we really found many entry barriers for talent, and I would say the main one was visibility. Despite having a huge talent, female DJs struggle to get booked, to get signed, or even like get a mentor. But not also this, like many female, there's not many female instructors. Partner with quite a lot of female DJ schools, and we are struggling to find female DJ instructors. And obviously that has an impact on potential beginners. We are really working to change this narrative, and yeah, we with the Equalbeats, we want to make sure that these females in the scene are getting the visibility that's needed. So when we are doing any campaigns, we try to champion and also to collaborate partners that can help this talent just get the reach that are needed. Because obviously we believe that people need to see to believe. So if young girls can see, they will believe that they can become DJs. We call it also when obviously this industry is super male dominated. So we call it like an intimidation factor. So imagine walking to a club to do your job because you are the DJ there, or just going to the studio, or even like for completely beginners, going to a DJ store or any other space, and all of the spaces are male dominated, that can be quite alienating. So yeah, we are working to change that with the program. I would say that another factor that can be like a challenge for female DJs, and I think it's not been talked enough, it's the lack of parental support. Not many young DJs have the support of their families from an early stage, like when kids say to their parents, I want to become a DJ. They are not taken seriously in general. Because obviously DJ is not yet seen like as a professional pathway as other jobs can be. So yes, if this lack of support is seen in any type of kid, imagine in young girls. So yeah, we are trying to change that. And for example, we are going to be present at Ravetots Festival in 2 editions of the Ravetot Festival in Reading and Richmond in this summer. Not sure if you're familiar with Ravetots, but it's the largest UK family-friendly festival, and we tapping into education before. We are going to deliver some workshops in the festival, and not teaching, but showing parents that DJing can be a job for their kids, and they can follow their passion and they can make money from it.
It sounds like Equalbeats has already got some great initiatives that are going on, just from helping with the visibility of like female DJ workshops, as well as, like you mentioned, different education pieces from tots all the way up to adults. Where would you like to see the campaign be taken, and what is AlphaTheta hoping to achieve within the next 5, within the next 10 years of Equalbeats?
Obviously, for me, the campaign to be taken where I would like to see it is obviously recognized globally, either being supported by big DJs and actually, giving the visibility to the issue that it's not given. There's a lot of talk about female and the lack of female talent in the DJ booth and the disparity between gender, but I feel like the action is not there yet. So yeah, for me it would be seeing those numbers grow. I can only talk a little bit from our own data and research, but when we started identifying by gender in our accounts in 2022, it might be a bit shocking, but only 13% of our total users identified as a female or non-binary. So obviously it's a super low percentage. It's been growing, but at the beginning of this year, right before we launched Equalbeats, percentage was still like a 16%. So you can imagine. Also recently, there has been published a study from Club TV in Mixmag. I don't know if you've seen the article, but it was stating that only 22% of all artists booked to perform in the most famous clubs in Ibiza in the recent months were female or non-binary. So, it kind of goes in line with our internal numbers, and it just shows how male-dominated our scene is. So our goal in 5 years, I would say, our vision is very simple, and we want to see a generation of female DJs that, don't have to fight to be taken seriously. And we hope that by 2030, the DJ booth is way more gender balanced, really.
It
Like
doesn't
this.
matter if it's 13, doesn't matter if it's 20, it needs to be that 50-50.
Yes, achieve a 40% is something that we should already celebrate.
I think that's a fantastic target as well. I have to admit, it was my first time in Ibiza just a couple of weeks ago, hence probably the sun. I don't know if it's translating well with video, but I am very burned. But yeah, I think I only saw in my entire time one female DJ there. And it
Oh,
wasn't like we
wow.
were just hitting like selective clubs. We did hit like a good number of clubs, one the entire time, which like you don't think about it until you have to think about it almost. And that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, obviously, how you select the clubs when you go, but yeah, maybe we should do a bit more of internal education and see if, the lineups and really support those clubs and promoters that are doing a good job, because there are so many out there that are trying to put lineups in festivals and in clubs that are 50-50. So I would say it's our job to actually go into those nights instead of the ones that book the same people over and over again.
See, what I'm hearing is you want me to go out more. This is what I'm. You want me to go to more clubs, go to Ibiza again, more raves, more festivals.
You can take it.
And looking a little bit more short term, maybe for any female DJs listening to this podcast right now, what is there any more support networks out there that they can tap into, or just like a little bit of advice on creating that next step within their professional career?
Yes. So I would say there's something for every level. Obviously, we are a manufacturer brand. As much as we try to do with our marketing intention initiatives to support the public, I think we really need to lean on some of our partners here to give real support. And I would say, for example, aspiring female DJs, I would say join a community. We obviously are building one with Equalbeats, but I think it's really important that each female aspiring DJ research their area and find a network. There are so many initiatives out there to help female talent to connect with industry peers, and it can be super helpful to just join one of those and grow as a professional. Obviously, I cannot name all of them, but I would like actually to do a special mention because a couple of days, Nikki McNeil from Global Publicity had the brilliant idea to create an open resource document called Wavelist to give visibility to all of these collectives and organizations. So I think if there's any emerging talent here that are wanting to find those, check this out because yeah, it's quite a good a good resource. And for those just starting, I would say work on your skills. It's either attending a DJ school, and you can find at least one in any major city, or just check online tutorials. I think, if you really master your skills, then you can progress, and you can find tutorials on our YouTube channel, but there are amazing as well DJ courses online that are quite accessible, and some specific to our entry products. You can find some in Digital DJ Tips, Crossfader, Picton Academy, for example. So many, and also from other European regions, not just the UK, if you're not based there.
Fantastic. It's been absolutely lovely to speak to you today, Isabel. And of course, you have just mentioned that you are not a DJ, but I would be really amiss to ask you what is your favorite DJ or music experience, and what is your favorite festival or club experience?
Okay, so I don't go out that as much, so maybe I should take my own advice as well and go to those lineups. But I would say I am quite obsessed recently with Chloe Kaye.
Hmm.
Excuse my pronunciation if someone is listening. I saw her in Ibiza in DC10 in April, and it was an amazing set. So I would say that as well as an event, DC10 is a fantastic club to attend, to go to. So yes, check it out.
Fantastic. I didn't even hit that one when I was there. I just went to all of the classics. I need to get more underground like yourself. Thank you ever so much for speaking with me today, Isabel. It's been absolutely wonderful. We'll be dropping links with AlphaTheta and Pioneer DJ. So please go and check it out if you are interested in honing your DJ skills and supporting the Equal Beats program. Thank you ever so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Have a good day too.